Good evening. Should be a relatively quick one here, even quicker than usual. But there was some substantive news. I'm trying to get these out at least weekly, right? And it might get busier later in the week, so I wanted to make sure to catch up now. Sort of getting a feeling that we have to get some stuff announced soon, right? At the very least, we normally get like a rules update around pre-release time, so I'll at least I might do a video on its own for that. Yeah, in terms of this past week, we finally got to see the Chrome Rares. Jasco did a big push on these. They revealed them at the New York City Comic Con. They made a video. They got a press release out. They did all this marketing for it. Try to get the word out. Try to attract some people from outside the game. I will link the video. They put a video on Facebook. I'll link that in the description. You kind of need to see a video to see how the foiling looks, really, right? So they did do that. We got a nice video of them, a nice promotional video that you can check out. There are 5 of them. They are 5 character cards. They are all the main boys from My Hero Academia in their sort of casual outfits that you see on the packaging. I was kind of wondering, you know, we were looking at the set and we saw the box and they had all this art on the box that wasn't in the set. We were like, what's going on? This box has, you know, the kids in their sort of, you know, t-shirts and whatever clothes. And this is why that is the art that is on the Chrome Rares. That is what is on the box, but they are very colorized and shiny, and yeah. So does Deku, specifically is Deku version 2, Bakugo version 2, Ida version 3, Todoroki version 1, and Kirishima version 1 with his errata. So some people, you know, hard to say if they necessarily picked the most playable versions of all these characters. Maybe long term, some of these will prove to be the more playable versions, right? Todoroki 1 does a very unique thing, for instance. Bakugo 2 is kind of unique as well. But those are the ones they picked. So you can get a version of that character that is extra rare, extra shiny. They are numbered 1 to 100. There's only 100 of each, and they are only in first edition, because otherwise there would be more than 100. So, very, very rare. Not sure exactly how many boxes they had made. I remember someone did the math on, like, if they printed as many boxes as they sort of said that they printed for set 1, then it would be one in every, like, few hundred boxes or something like that. Think like 1 in 100 boxes to 1 in 500 boxes kind of range is what people are guesstimating that I've heard. So, yeah, pretty darn rare. When we're not sure, a spear in the Discord said that they probably are thicker than normal cards, than normal foils. So in terms of competitive, not that it would really matter, but they might limit these to only being allowed to use them as your starting character in tournament play, so you can't put one in your deck and sort of maybe be able to see by the sleeve or something that you have a 6 check on top, right? So that might be a thing, although, you know, just to curb stuff. And maybe, you know, it might be possible. They said that it could be that you could weigh packs to find them, but you'd have to weigh so many packs looking for one. It wouldn't be a very efficient use of your time. So yeah, this is the on the Chrome Rares. Check out the video, take a look at them. Pretty neat. If they are as rare as it seems like they're going to be, it might actually be kind of really cool and exciting to see one in the wild, right? Someone shows up and they're playing with their Chrome Deku 2 deck. It's like, alright, I see why you're playing Deku 2 now, right? Yeah. On the flip side, as part of this, because they sort of went into this set with a very restricted, we can only print this much of first edition with the number of Chrome Rares we want to do and the rarity we want them to be, Jasco actually had first edition and unlimited printed at side by side, which sort of negates the point of first edition, but just because of the way the Chrome Rares work, they kind of had to do it this way. And it sounds like there was a plan. Hard to say how much of this was Jasco and how much was Asmodee, but they wanted to sell it as any store, any retailer, whoever orders Heroes Clash product from them is going to get 60% first edition boxes and 40% unlimited. Because I guess that's the split that they printed. And they wanted to do that because they had all this unlimited printed and they didn't want to, for whatever their business reasons, they were worried about, you know, the first edition selling out, and then you have to figure out a way to fairly decide who's going to get first and who's going to get unlimited, or whatever the reasons are. I'm just speculating, right? But this it's never really communicated to the stores or to the players until just recently, this past week, and we started getting a lot of blow-ups about it, and some very frustrated stores. Certainly a dropped ball on the part of Asmodee and or Jasco in terms of, if you're going to do something like this, obviously it's very important that people know. Asmodee, this is just more, Asmodee's never run a card game before. They don't really understand some stuff like this sometimes. So I've heard some people, I've even gotten apology emails and little discounts from their Asmodee reps. Not sure if they're all doing that, if that's a company-wide thing, or if that's on a rep-by-rep basis. But yeah, it is what it is. It might vary depending on store, what sort of deal they actually got. We're still waiting we're probably not really going to get the full fallout from this until stores have product in hand and suddenly they're trying to fill pre-orders and trying to figure out, which customers are willing to take what version. There are rumors of some people saying that they heard from a Jasco person here at Pasadena or someone else there, that there might be something unique and special in Unlimited Box that's not as cool as Chrome Rares, but maybe just a little something that's different about some foiling or whatever. So, again, maybe when people start opening those, we'll find out what that is. Yeah, speaking of people opening boxes, there are some box opening videos starting to trickle out. It sounds like Jasco has sent boxes out to various places, including PAX Australia, if you see that around. So you'll see some box opening videos going out. Those appear to be largely formally supported by Jasco. Who knows? There might be some stores that say, well, other people are doing it, so we're going to do it, right? So there might be some ones that Jasco is less on purpose putting out there, but they're trickling out. Don't look at one of those and immediately go oh my god, Street Day. It's probably on purpose, at least for most of them. And speaking of the video they put on Facebook, they reposted their video today because they needed to post it on the actual MHA Facebook page, which is back. The MHA CCG Facebook page is back and live, and we have Stun Grenade up here again because it's missing from the image gallery. It sounds like having an image with the word Stun Grenade on it and this picture of a guy with an explosion triggered something in Facebook's algorithms, which is actually something people sort of suspected was going on, and it's funny that they were actually right. But yeah, so the MHA Facebook page is back up. It's back active. The little group chat that they set up as a weird temporary thing is probably getting shut down. There might be some people that hang out in there in perpetuity. Who knows? I muted it pretty quickly. It's not a very good it's not a very good platform for having useful conversations with people. But that's all amended. We finally have a Facebook page again. The link on the website doesn't go into the ether anymore or whatnot. And yeah, so that's it so far this week as of Tuesday night. Like I said, I'm guessing that we're at least going to get a rules update, and they have to announce the Nats Friday event at some point. They have to announce HLC dates at some point. So, we'll see when we get those, but they've said things like, yeah, we're going to start rolling into our championship season now that the last regional's over. So, yeah, we'll see what comes of that. And I'm thinking about doing, depending on the rules changes, maybe a separate video just covering those specifically, since I have a lot of rules familiarity and whatnot. Not sure if people would be interested in seeing something like that. Let me know if you are, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, take care. Have a good night.